One of my mentors was Ewing Kaufman, and I would just go to him when I, had a question or problem. And when I thanked him one day, he said, "That's okay, you'll help somebody someday." And Eddie turns to me and says, "Well, maybe you can start a mentoring program." It was like lightning. I looked in the mirror the next morning. I said, "All right, put up or shut up. Quit bothering all these people. Either do it or don't."
In my personal opinion, I don't think there's a big difference between mentoring and coaching in the work that we do, other than our belief in our mentorship program is, like Barnett said earlier, we're really there to help our mentees realize their full potential beyond what they even think they're capable of.
My interpretation of the coach would be that they give you some direction. And my interpretation of mentoring is, in a perfect world, like Mr. Mag got it out of my dad, the answer already lies within the mentee.
For me, one of the things that inspired me to be part of this program was I didn't have good mentors. I had great parents and a few good friends, but really my father would, listen to me and affirm that my feelings were real.
What I like about that is I think the mentor's job is really to get it out of the mentee. There's some kind of magic.
It's a lot more about the personality and than it is industry experience.
And interesting, Kaufman, one of the things he preached was he would use the words, "Well, tell me your idea," just the same as Mag did. So I think the answer is to be the question person, not the answer person.
We really spend a lot of time just developing a rapport and trust between the two.
There's a saying you've probably heard, and the saying is, to be listened to is so much close to being loved that most people can't tell the difference. And you've heard stories of people that start crying because they feel nobody's ever listened to them before, and they're being listened to.
So let's put our worst foot forward. Let's talk about, what scares us as a business owner today. Let's talk about the fact that, I'm worried I may not make payroll on Friday. And vice versa, the mentor is there to share their failures, not just their successes. And in that really helps support the relationship.
You mentioned the word vulnerability. And part of that is put your worst foot forward. The other part is that we encourage the mentor to put their worst foot forward. And what this thing I read was that mutual vulnerability builds a bond.
So I had 3 questions that I had as a lens to get the mentee, and I think it goes to people starting businesses, not just a mentor-mentee relationship. I wanted someone who was willing to listen, someone who had a drive to learn, and a want to grow.
I am so glad that I am a mentee because I am learning what it means to be a good mentor myself. And I hope to go down that path one day, because I would not have been good at asking questions. I would have been good at trying to answer questions for people when they bring questions to me. So I think that through this program, I'm learning to become a better leader within my businesses as well. And I'm asking a lot more questions. That's what my mentor is teaching me.
One of the best lessons, or one of the most valuable lessons I've realized, is the value of in a relationship of trust and authenticity.
But no, it's such a valuable thing in my life, both personally and professionally. So I'm really glad that I made that leap and decided to have a mentor.
Right now, when I keep asking myself, why'd we go on like this long? And, we think pretty successfully. And so those are my answers: the vulnerability and these two people listening to each other.
The mentors that I have had later in life have done much more than reaffirm my own answer. They've helped me realize that there are a lot more possibilities of options that I absolutely wasn't thinking about, and they really helped dig that out of me. So it may have been in there, but it certainly wasn't at the front of my mind.